Hi everyone. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different than we did last time, where we polished the headlights of the '99 Jimny I just bought last week. This time around we're going to be installing a new air filter. This is what the factory air filter looks like. It's fairly simple. It's got a plastic case and it appears to be a paper filter. They don't sell the filters locally, so what I did was I brought the air filter down to my local parts store, in my case Canadian Tire, and I found this Fram filter which I thought was the same size, and I'll show you the comparison between the two. They look very similar. You can see that they're right about the same size, but the truth is they're actually a little bit different. I don't know what vehicle this filter is for. The part number is CA7094. It's a Fram part number. The difference between the two, and the width is exactly the same, the length is slightly different. I don't know if you can see this in the video, but the plastic, if I line these bottom pieces up right here, the plastic is a little bit longer on this one, and so it doesn't fit into the airbox of the Jimny. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to cut these tabs to be a little bit shorter so it will fit in the airbox of the Jimny. And that shouldn't impact the performance of the filter, but because it seems to be damn near impossible to find filters for these, and this is a very common filter, or it seems to be common, this will allow us to use a common filter that we can buy at the parts store without having to go online and custom order things. And I'm hoping that if this works out well, it will help other people who may have Jimnys of their own or any other 660cc K car with a similar filter. Removing the stock air filter is actually really easy on these. There's this rubber hose right here, which is perhaps an air silencer or something. It goes from the actual intake down here. It's open on the other end. And then you've got some clips. This doesn't require any tools at all. There's 4 clips, 2 on the front, 2 on the back. And then you simply lift the lid and your air filter's right there. So here we are on the floor of my garage, getting ready to modify the new air filter. What we're going to use are these little Sawzall blades, because for some strange reason I'm an idiot and I don't have a hacksaw like a normal human being would. So I'm going to use these Sawzall blades. They should have no trouble cutting through plastic. My intent is to modify the new air filter so that the size of these plastic ends matches as closely as I can this old original air filter. So if you line up the corners of these, you'll see that I only need to cut off about maybe ½ an inch or ¼ inch per side. And it seems like these little foam elements inside here line up with right about where I want to cut if I line up the corners with these foam elements. So I'm just going to eyeball this, and I'm going to use my little blades, and I'm going to cut these corners right where the foam elements end. In the center there is a plastic piece which I hope will not interfere with my airbox, but we'll see once I finish cutting. For an operation such as this, you may want to use gloves or some other safety equipment, but I'm not going to do that because I'm in a rush, and I also don't think I'm going to saw my fingers off with a tiny Sawzall blade. But we'll see. I suppose if I do, it will make the video a lot more entertaining. So as you can see, I cut this corner flush with the foam, and I also cut it flush with the base of the filter housing, whatever you want to call it. There's a little bit of black dust that came out, but not too much, and it shouldn't matter, the filter should catch that anyway. I'm gonna cut the other 3 corners off, and then we'll install it and hope it fits. So that's it. We've got all 4 corners cut off. Now we're going to try to install it in the airbox. Look at that. Fits like a glove. Well, I thought we were finished, but we're not. There was another issue. This lip up here is slightly too large to fit in the lid of the airbox. So what I'm going to do, and I probably should have used this tool from the beginning, I'm going to use one of these, I don't know what you call them, oscillating tools, and I'm just going to shave just the ends of this lid because the width is correct, it's the length that's long. I'm just going to shave this plastic down a little bit so it fits in the lid. Now I doubt there's any way you would be able to achieve that level of precision using a Sawzall blade like I was doing earlier, but if you can, all power to you. I'm going to try this with just the one end shaved and see if it will fit. If not, I'll shave the other end. With both ends of the filter housing shaved down, I was able to fit it all back together and the lid went on, no problem at all. So it did take a little bit of modification, but now I do have a brand new air filter that I didn't have to wait several days or weeks to receive. And I'm hoping that this video will help others do the same. Now, one thing I highly suggest, because there were a lot of little tiny pieces of plastic that were left in the filter after the cutting, would be to take your shop compressor and blow out all the plastic pieces from the filter with compressed air before reinstalling. And that's all there is to it. Nothing left but to start it up and make sure it doesn't explode.